A major plotline in My Unorthodox Life Season 1 was self-made fashion mogul Julia Haart's upcoming memoir, and with that, her 4 children's thoughts on some of the more explicit details in it. Fans of the show will recall that Julia's personal journey leaving the male-dominated and restricting ultra-Orthodox Jewish community allowed her to find a new level of confidence and forwardness, especially concerning her sexuality and womanhood. The new author opens up about those sex-capades in her new memoir Brazen, and now that it is on shelves, she revealed which of her kids have read the book. Actually, not all of them have read it. Julia revealed while chatting on the Hollywood Life podcast. Miriam read the whole book in its entirety. Shlomo really wanted to read it, but I didn't want him to read all of the sex stuff because that's weird that my son would be reading the sex stuff. So, I took a copy of the book, and I blanked out all the, escapades, let's just call them, so none of that, and he read that version. His version was a very clean, 4th grader version. Julia admitted that her eldest daughter Batsheva has not read it at all. In the first season of the show, the content creator was unsure of her thoughts on her mom publicizing some of these stories. At the same time, she was inspired to learn about the hardships her mom endured through her upbringing in Russia and immigration to the US into the ultra-Orthodox community, as well as her struggles within the extreme parts of the Jewish religion. But Batsheva has not read it at all, Julia told HL. Just like she said on the show, she wasn't sure if she was going to read it, and I thought she was never going to read it. But, when the book came out, she said, I do want to read it, but she's going to wait until she has a boyfriend. In case there's anything in there that causes her some, she just wants someone to hold her hand, basically, that isn't me, Julia continued. And of course, my baby Aaron is not allowed to read it, until maybe he's 35, and then I'll do the same thing I did for Shlomo. The Mule star went on to gush over her kids, and noted how Batsheva has been such a big support for her in the last several months, as she endures some relationship hardships of her own. We've always been close. They're just such great kids, I'm so lucky, she said. Speaking to the ongoing difficulties in her personal life, regarding her divorce from Silvio Haart and his attempt to discredit and defame her and the billion-dollar business she helped build, Julia promised she's not going to stop fighting until the truth gets told. This is just the beginning. I'm not going to stop until the truth comes out, she said. Anyone who knows me knows what I've done. I'm never gonna stop fighting. Listen to Hollywood Life's full interview with Julia Haart on the Hollywood Life podcast here.